Hello everybody, Gage here from Sharp. Excited to have you back for another unboxing slash new arrivals video. We got some amazing shipments coming in, getting all geared up for the holiday season. Black Friday right around the corner, our sales going on already, so you can pick up some sweet deals right now on the website. But excited to show you all some new stuff and some restocks on some amazing stuff that we've had in previously. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start off by announcing the restock of some very popular knives that we've had into the shop before, and those are the Hatsukokoro Kumokage Kurosaki series. They are Algami number 2 with an iron cladding, Kurosaki finish, and a little Damascus pattern on the bevel here. They've got a forced patina on them as well, so these are completely reactive knives, but they are slightly more easy to maintain with that forced patina on them. Gonna help prevent any rust from happening, but you should still make sure you keep these wiped down dry and clean. They've got beautiful octagonal handles made from wenge with buffalo horn ferrules, so they are suitable for righties and lefties. We've got all the shapes back in stock, so Petty 150, Santoku 180, Bunka 180, which I'm holding right now, Nakedi, Gyutos in 210 and 240, and we've got a new shape in that line, which I'm very excited to show you guys, which is the Hatsukokoro. I love this shape. I know you guys love this shape, so we're always trying to find more of these. And I asked our supplier if we could get some of these Hatsukokoro in this series, and he delivered. So those are super sweet. Love the Hatsukokoro shape, so great for poultry, butchery, and all the same specs on these guys as the Bunka that I just showed you. Moving on to Kato-san, his Tsuchime line is back in stock. These are a shop favorite, and I would say a favorite amongst our customers as well. R2 stainless steel, so really easy maintenance on these guys. They've got walnut handles with buffalo horn ferrules, again octagonal in shape, so suitable for righties and lefties. These guys have a beautiful, beautiful finish on them, I think. Really catches the light nicely. Really shiny, cool looking blades, and the edge geometry, much like all of Kato-san's stuff, is really nice as well. Nice and thin behind the edge. Not super duper thin at the spine, but they are nice sturdy feeling knives, so really happy to have these back in stock. You know what, I forgot I was gonna do the Katos together. So here's, we've had these on back order forever. The Kurosaki series, Algami Super with stainless cladding from Kato-san. We only got the Nakiri in, cherry handle with black packawood ferrule on them. These guys are awesome again, like really nice edge geometry on them. Thin-ish at the spine, really nicely sanded down. Also in the choil here, really nicely sanded down. So very comfortable feeling knife. And these guys are crazy sharp. Algami Super is my favorite carbon steel. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but stainless cladding. So if you're looking for your first carbon steel Nakedi, but you're a little apprehensive about the maintenance requirements, then this guy's a great option because only a small sliver of this knife could possibly rust if you don't keep it dry and clean. So yeah, Kato-san. These guys you may or may not be familiar with if you've watched the channel for any length of time. These are from Motokyuichi out of the Tosa region of Japan. I'm not sure who sharpens these, but they are really nice and sharp right out of the box. We touched them up on the 3K when they all came in. The handle leaves a little bit to be desired on these guys. 180 mil petty knives. Really cool shape. We had some of the shape in from the Mizaki series, and they just like flew off the shelves. So these are really cool. The handle is not great. Like I said, plastic ferrule with burnt chestnut handle, oval shape, so suitable again for righties and lefties. We did just put up a bunch of handles on the website. So if you wanted to like pick one of these guys up, but you're really not feeling the handle, you could purchase a handle separately and ask us to install it for you, or you could do it yourselves, depending on what you're into. But yeah, really solid knives. Shirogami number 2. Ironclad, really nice blades, really cool finish on them. I would say like kind of like Nashiji-esque, while also kind of being Magaki at the same time. Right? Maybe a little Kasumi in there too, I don't know. Just all around really cool blade, nice shape. Kurosaki, his Senko series is back in stock with these Wenge buffalo horn ferrules. We've got many of the flavors here, not all of them, but Petty 135, Nakiri 165, Bunka 170, and the Gyuto 210. So those are sweet. How would you call that?
Offset?
Yeah, like the offset spine on these guys, really looking cool. I really love these handles. I'm glad to have these Kurosakis with these cool handles on them. I know a lot of our customers really appreciate the sort of darker woods and darker handles, so these look really cool. And the Senko series is R2 stainless steel fully, so really easy maintenance on those guys as well. Shigeki Tanaka R2 Black Damascus Gyuto 210 millimeters. Stainless steel, but if you're familiar with Black Damascus, it can be a little bit reactive. So I would describe this more as like a semi-stainless. It shouldn't give you as many issues as a fully carbon steel or ironclad knife, but you still need to keep this guy dry and clean or it could develop some rust. Walnut handles with buffalo horn ferrules on them. These guys are awesome. I know some people are a little apprehensive to get into like a Damascus knife because you're kind of paying a little bit extra for the aesthetics of the knife, but this guy is a super high performing knife. Some of the best out of the box edges that we've ever seen. They come crazy sharp out of the box. They're nice and thin at the spine. Really nice edge geometry on them. So these guys are top of my list always when they come in. Those are all the restocks, so exciting stuff here, but now we're getting into the real exciting stuff. And I kind of misspoke here because the next knife we'll talk about is technically a restock. We've had them before, but it's been like over a year. Okay, so it's been over 2 years since we've had these knives in, and those are the 240 millimeter Masamoto KS series. These are famous blades, and for good reason. They are crazy sharp, super high performing knives. They're a little unassuming depending on your sort of aesthetic tastes. I really love the look of the classic like magnolia, like lighter colored handle with the black ferrule. That's like pretty traditional, like OG Japanese knife, right? With the Megaki or polished finish on them. So these guys are made from Shirogami #2. They are mono steel, so they have no cladding on them whatsoever. And I can't remember the heat treat on them, but I believe it's around 62, 63. So really good heat treat on them, and they're an absolute joy to sharpen. The edge geometry on them is fantastic. They are only suitable for righties, unfortunately. They've got a D-shaped handle on them. So you lefties, unfortunately, not really for you. They do feel like, they still do feel comfortable, and when we have lefties in and I show them a D shape, like it's pretty unnoticeable. But anyways, I thought I should mention D shape to the right, and they just feel fantastic in the hand. Really nimble knives, nice thin tip. So if you ever see those like videos, maybe we'll make one where you're like flying through an onion. Like these things are freaking sweet. So very excited to have these guys back in stock. Okay, moving on to some secret knives. I was not given any information on where these were produced, who produced them, who sharpened them, or where any of this happened. But these are the Hatsukokoro Komorebi series. They are blue #2 with an iron cladding, kasumi finish on them, with a nice like polished hira or like body of the blade. Really beautiful knives. Super tall bevels on those guys, like crazy high up the blade. Gives them a really spectacular edge geometry. The transition from the shinogi into the cutting edge is super gradual and really nice. We haven't had a chance to try these out yet, but I suspect they are going to be very high performing knives. And they come with these beautiful ebony handles with buffalo horn ferrules on them. Really nice feel on the hand, nicely sanded down spine and choil. Really kind of ticks every one of my boxes. I can't really find anything that I don't like about this knife. Really beautiful looking. Again, a little like on the simpler side, but very elegant looking, and really cool knife. Big Sakai energy, love that. Before we move on from this knife, I would love to hear from you guys down below. Please do speculate on who makes this knife. I'm sure there's some real knife nerds out there that probably maybe already have one of these or are familiar with this craftsman's work, and you might recognize this blade. So let us know who you think it is. Moving on to what is probably my I always hesitate to say what my favorite knife is when we get new knives in, but these guys I was really excited to get in, and they really didn't disappoint me. I definitely love the Kuroichi finish. I love the sort of like Damascus inlay on the bevel here. This is a Hatsukokoro Shinkiro Gyuto 240 millimeter. These are made by Takahiro Nihei. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Really cool ebony with white ferrule handle on them. Again, really nice edge geometry on them. The blade's not quite as tall as the Komorebi, right? Bevel's not quite as high up on the blade, but really nice edge geometry on these guys, and they are wicked sharp right out of the box. Yeah, really cool knife. Very excited about these. These are Aogami Super with an iron cladding, so you do have to keep this wiped down, keep it clean, keep it dry. And again, we'll probably post some videos of us flying through some onions with this bad boy soon, but I can imagine they're going to be beautiful at going through onions and going through like carrots and stuff like that as well. So really excited about those. Okay, now into our final section here, we've got some no handle knives. We've been asked by a number of customers over the years to bring in knives without handles, and we're finally able to deliver to you guys on that. We are going to put these up in the custom handle section on the website, and you will also find all of the available handles in that section of the website as well. So if you are interested in one of these knives, you will have to buy the blade, and then you will have to buy a handle separately, unless you have one already, which of course is totally fine. But we'll start off with the Shiro Kamo Aogami Super ironclad 210 millimeter Kuretsuke style Gyuto with no handle. These guys are awesome. I love Shiro Kamo's work. Really, really thin at the spine, really nice edge geometry on all of his stuff. These come surprisingly sharp out of the box, but of course we'll touch them up before we send them out to you anyways. A lot of the times we get Shiro Kamo's work in, it's you know, very close but not quite there in terms of the sharpness of the edge, but these guys are crazy sharp. Really cool shape, gets quite tall towards the tip here, so if you're looking for like a destroyer of shallots, I would say this is right up your alley. Jake's not a huge fan of the K-tip, going through puberty here, but I love this shape, man. I think they're so cool. We didn't get a ton of these in, but they're really affordably priced, especially for what you're getting here. So I suspect these won't last super long, but I'm usually wrong, so we'll see what happens. Moving on to the Shirahama series from Hatsukokoro. I should say I had no opinions on these guys before they came in. I really didn't know what to expect. They're on the relatively affordable side, and I think they're really beautiful. You'll have to choose your own handles on these guys, which I think will be exciting for some of you, whether that's from us or from someone else. These are Shirogami number 2 with an iron cladding, Kasumi sort of Megaki finish on these guys. Really nice edge geometry on them. They're quite thin behind the edge. I would say this is sort of like a faux shinogi here. These were forged in the Tosa region of Japan. Not sure who the exact blacksmith was. There's a number of blacksmiths up there. Could be Kajiwara-san, I'm not sure, I'm just speculating. But they were then sent to Myojin-san to be sharpened, and he is a fantastic sharpener, so I would gather that you're gonna get a great knife if you pick up one of these guys. Alrighty, last but certainly not least is the last handleless knife we have to show off, which is the Yoshikane 240 millimeter Gyuto Nashiji finish with stainless steel cladding, Shirogami number 2. These guys are beautiful. Really love anything from Yoshikane Himono. They are very nicely sanded down at the spine and in the choil here. You get to pick your own handle, again, whether that's from us or from someone else. Really, really nice heat treat on these guys. Excellent, excellent edge geometry on them. They just fly right through stuff. Really nice nimble tip on them as well. So really excited to have these back in stock. We had the 210s. I think they're all gone now. And then we have a few of these 240s that came in. So again, the 210s didn't like fly off the shelf, but really solid blades here from Yoshikane Himono. So very excited to have these back in stock as well. All right, before I let you go, guys, I just want to show you the handles that I've been talking about, which we just had arrive, which are the olive wood with walnut ferrule handle here. We've got them in all shapes and sizes, so they'll fit from 135 all the way up to 270s. So those guys are super sweet. Next, we've got rosewood ferrule with ebony handle and aluminum spacer here. These guys are super cool as well. Again, all the shapes and sizes that you could possibly want. Next, we have the walnut handle with maple ferrule. These guys are real simple, but real cool looking as well, I think. And then finally, we've got these really cool olive wood with blue epoxy handles. These guys are super cool also. And we've got all the shapes and sizes for this, for all the handles that I showed you today. So you can pick and choose whatever blade you want with whatever handle you want. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Pleasure to have you as always. I hope you enjoyed all of the restocks and the new arrivals. I know I'm super excited, and we'll have some more videos coming out, testing out some of these knives, and some new arrivals coming again very soon as well. So we're really getting geared up for the holidays. Make sure to tune in for 12 Days of Christmas. That's going to be happening very soon now. We'll start that on the 1st of December, I think, like we usually do, and it'll again run for 12 days. We've got some exciting new stuff planned for the 12 days this year. It's going to be better than ever, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe for more knife-related content. Until the next one, stay sharp.